Hello, friends. This is Darren Hayes of Pigskin.com. Before we take you to your favorite Sports History Network show, just want to tell you a little bit about some merch that you can pick up that represents your favorite SHN podcast. So far, there's t-shirts, coffee mugs, and even books from some of the authors that do podcasts right here on SHN. Who could buy something better than that, than have the history right from the gentleman that you hear talking about it? But we also are adding things each and every day. And where's that store, may you ask? Well, it's at SportsHistoryNetwork.com. Up at the top, there is the SHN merch button. Click on that. It'll take you right to the store, and you can be representing your favorite podcast and show the world that, hey, on the swag that I'm using, it's the headquarters of sports yesteryear, Sports History Network, and my favorite podcaster, the Sports History Network store. Shop there today. Now it's time to take a sports break, a look at sports history on a daily basis. Hello, my friends of sports history. This is Darren Hayes of the Sports Jersey Dispatch podcast. Welcome once again to the Pig Pen, your place for all things great in sports history. And we have your sports break for October 16th coming up in just a moment. But before we do that, we want to make sure that you know that we are on social media, especially Twitter. We are at Pigskin Dispatch. Facebook, we have the Pigskin Dispatch page. You can come and check it out, see all of our posts that are going on there. We have a lot going on in there, especially in the realm of football on the Facebook, and especially this time of year. And we have some great things in the Jersey Dispatch as well on Pigskin Dispatch on Twitter. So now let's get to your numbers for October 16th. Their numbers are number 1, 4, 8, 21, 22, 30, 24, 55, and 30 are among the jersey numbers we'll be talking about today for this October 16th. Start off in the year 1921, and Jimmy Conzelman, who would wear number 1 on his football jersey later on in his career. Well, in this day, he took over as the coach of the Rock Island Independents from Frank Coughlin. Now, this is the only time in NFL history where a coaching change was made in the middle of a game. We have more on this story over at Pigskin Dispatch. There's a great link to get you there from JerseyDispatch.com, or you go to PigskinDispatch.com. It's in our football history headlines for October 16th as a story. October 16th, 1936, Lou Gehrig, number 4 of the New York Yankees, was voted as the American League's most valuable player by the Baseball Writers Association on this day. In 1968, on October 16th, Jim Dory, number 8, set a Toronto Maple Leaf penalty record of 48 minutes on 9 penalties in a single game, with 44 minutes on 7 penalties in one single period. That is just unbelievable. He was a very bad boy on the ice that day, set an NHL record. October 16th, 1969, the New York Mets, number 21, Cleon Jones was awarded first base when apparently the shoe polish on the ball proved that he was hit by the pitch. Yeah, the shoe was scuffed up a little bit. The umpire looked at it, saw the shoe polish moved, and he ended up scoring on a home run later in that same inning when he was on base in the World Series. It made the New York Mets 101 long shot to beat the Orioles. Well, they won that game 5-3 at Shea Stadium, and then won the series 4-1, with MVP being first baseman number 22, Don Clendon. 1974, October 16th, Oakland A's Ken Holtzman, number 30 on his jersey, who hadn't batted at all that whole season. Well, he ended up belting a third-inning home run in Game 4 and got the win for the A's. 5-2 was the score of that game. October 16th, 1976, the Toronto Maple Leafs, Lanny McDonald, number 7, scored a hat trick, with all 3 goals occurring within 2 minutes and 54 seconds of each other. That's one of the reasons that Lanny McDonald is in the Hall of Fame for hockey, as well as many other scoring opportunities he had. But when you can score that quickly, 3 goals in less than 3 minutes, you know you're doing something good. October 16th, 1983, the World Series Game 5 action saw the Baltimore Orioles defeat the Philadelphia Phillies 5-0 for a 4-1 series victory. Clinched the series. Most valuable player was Baltimore catcher number 24, Rick Dempsey. October 16th, 1988, Los Angeles Dodgers pitching phenom Orel Hershiser, who wore number 55 on his jersey, became the first player to pitch a shutout in both a Major League playoff game and a World Series game. And then we come to October 16th, 2004. A 17-year-old Lionel Messi, wearing number 30 that season, made his league debut for FC Barcelona in a 1-0 win against crosstown rivals Espanyol and Estadi Olympic Lulu's companies in Barcelona, Spain. And that is your great soccer history. That is your great sports history for this October 16th in their sports break. Glad you could join us here once again. Hope you join us each and every day where we come up with some sports history and uniform numbers that players wore that did some spectacular things or had a great event in history that was worth noting. So hope you can join us tomorrow. Until then, have a great sports history day. Sorry, but my pitching coach just called timeout and he's coming out to the mound. I think I'm going to get yanked for a reliever. We'll see you back tomorrow for some more great sports history on Sports Jersey Dispatch Podcast. We invite you to check out our websites, jerseydispatch.com and pigskindispatch.com. Not only see the daily sports history, but to experience the preservation of great events and people that play the games. Find us on Pigskin Dispatch. It's also on social media outlets of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all your daily sports history. Pigskin Dispatch is happy to be associated with the Sports History Network, the sports headquarters of yesteryear, found at sportshistorynetwork.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com.
Hi, everybody. Dan and Andrew from Hello Old Sports here. We wanted to drop in and let you know about our latest episode.
That's right. We interviewed the co-authors of Phyllis George, Shattering the Ceiling, a biography of groundbreaking broadcaster Phyllis George. And her life is really sort of a journey through 20th century America, from Miss America pageants to the Kentucky State House to the groundbreaking NFL Today show on CBS, even the Kentucky Colonels of the old ABA. We got into all sorts of stories about the Celtics under Red Auerbach, about the interview with Roger Staubach, about really all sorts of things, a fight between Brent Musburger and Jimmy the Greek. We really enjoyed talking with Lenny Shulman and Paul Volpone, who teamed up to write this book.
The book is on sale right now, wherever books are sold. Within reason. Garage sales, probably not. So go ahead and pick up a copy today. And if you want a chance to win the book, you can go to sportshistorynetwork.com/giveaways and register for a chance to win. Goodbye, old sports.